So Rockstar Games announced a report or a re-release of Red Dead 1, and unfortunately it's only for the Switch and on the PS4. So for today, I'm going to go and play the game through an emulator. We're trying out the Xbox 360 emulator and the PS3 emulator, and see which one does better. For our GPU, I'll be using the RTX 3060 Ti. It's a great mid-range card, so it should have plenty of power for this kind of game. And to be honest, for emulators, the CPU is far more important than the GPU. So yeah, it should do just fine. Alright, here we go. Back into the game. We are using RPCS3 right now, which is the PS3 emulator. It'll be far more intensive. It's a far more complex system to emulate, so the FPS will be a bit lower, obviously, but still very impressive. Let's see how we do. I'm playing the game at 4K, and I'm using the system configs that are on the wiki. I've gone ahead and uncapped the FPS as well, but this game is very intensive, so I haven't really seen it go past 45 FPS, so I don't really expect it to hit 60, or stable anyway. So far, pretty decent. We did fall into the 20s earlier on, but I think a stable 30 should be possible. Let's get on the horse and move away. As you guys can see in the bottom left, the shaders will be compiling as we go through. I've gone ahead and played this scene already, but it's doing it again for some reason, so we'll let it do that. But overall, it should be doing just fine. VRAM sitting at 7 gigs almost. It's getting close to its limit. This GPU only has 8 gigs, but we're doing fine so far, guys. We're doing fine, sitting at 30 FPS. Again, the FPS is uncapped, but it's just far too intensive to go above it. But regardless, on the PS4 version of this game, it will be running at, I think, 30 FPS at 1080p. And for PS4 Pro and PS5, it will be running at 4K at 30 FPS. So it's not too bad. We're playing the game at 4K right now, and we are able to get 30 FPS just like that. It's not a native port, so again, it won't be as optimized, but still very impressive that we can get 30 FPS real easy. I do want to play for a bit longer, and maybe get into a fight, and see how the FPS is impacted there. It could fall below 30. Wouldn't be surprised, but so far it's a stutter-free experience at 30 FPS. We did get some dips into the 20s obviously, but overall, it's a fine experience, guys. I'm loving it. But I really wish Rockstar put in the effort and actually released this game on the PC, because it's been like 13 years and we still don't have a port. We're just stuck using emulators. I do think that once the Switch version comes out, it should be the best way to play the game, since emulating the Switch is far easier than the PS3, for example. So yeah, it should do much better there. Alright, FPS is falling into the mid-20s now. Not great. GPU sitting at 70%. VRAM 6.6 gigs. Not too bad though. The mid-20s feel very close to the 30s anyway, so I'm not too fussed about it. Yeah, look at this. 21 FPS in this city. It's mainly in the city areas though. Once you actually leave, it goes back up to 30 and plays super smooth again. The game does look pretty good though for a 13-year-old game. The main issue is the pop-in. Yeah, overall it's pretty good. I can't complain too much. Alright, now time for the Xbox 360 version of this game. Again, I've gone ahead and applied the game patches so the FPS is uncapped, and some settings are tweaked as well. And we have FSR enabled as well to upscale to a high resolution, obviously. But look at that though, guys. Look at that. The game looks much sharper. I can see the FSR effect. It does look kind of poor in some areas, but overall, it does look much sharper than the PS3 version. And the performance, much better. We're sitting in the 40s. And up into the 50s. And right here in this scene, we're almost at the 60s now. 60 FPS in Red Dead 1. Quite insane. Again, with the PS4 version of this game, we'll be running at 30 FPS, 1080p, and at 4K. Doesn't matter. Stuck to 30 the entire way through. But right here, we're going above 60 into the 70s even. It's quite awesome, guys. It is quite fantastic. I can't even lie. And for stuttering, haven't felt any yet, but I'll let you guys know as we go through. Now, I think ideally for this game, I would use an FPS cap. There's not much point in going above 60 FPS into the 70s and 80s. Just either use a 60 FPS cap or use a 30 FPS cap if you got a weaker CPU. We still have the pop-in issue, obviously. That will be universal throughout the game for the 360 and the PS3 versions, but FPS wise, does much better. Now, I do think that the horse animations are kind of wonky at 60 FPS / 70 FPS. It definitely felt far smoother at 30 on the PS3 version. We fell into the 20s in this section. It was the mid-20s, but right here, we are sitting in the low 50s and back up into the mid-50s again. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Alright, here we go, into town. Mid-50s. Look at that. Haven't fallen below 30 yet. In fact, we're sitting in the 50s on average. Quite fantastic stuff. But yeah, as you guys can see in the trees in the distance, you can see that it's using FSR and it's looking a bit mushy, but it's definitely an improvement over the native res of the game. Yeah, let's go. Oh, poor rabbits, dude. Shooting in this game is very satisfying though. This rabbit's getting away. Come back. Aim assist. I think I got him there, right? Shooting feels fine so far. We haven't had any FPS tips, but we did have one stutter. Exterminate the coyotes. I'm on it, don't worry. Yeah, that feels good. Where is he? Feels very smooth, guys. Again, we had one stutter, but overall, running beautifully. One last thing, let's go and test out the Undead Nightmares DLC and see how that performs as well. Alright, here we go. Come over here, buddy. Jack. Got ya. Come on. Keep on riding. Almost there. In the zombie-ridden town. Horse is getting kind of tired. Sorry, Mr. Horse. You're almost there, though. Town's right around the corner. Falling to the 40s now. The high 40s and even the low 40s. Oh, sorry, horse. Not too happy about that. Yeah, I wonder where everyone is. They're not zombies, are they? Surely not. Headshot. Oh, his brain got blown out. Search for more survivors. Hello. Those are zombies over there. Not gonna help them out, obviously. Back up. It's playing fine, guys. So far, it's a great experience. We do have stutters here and there, but overall, it's sitting in the 50s up into the 60s, and rarely falling into the 40s. Okay, I can just put the torch in my back pocket. Awesome. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I pissed them off. Oh, that was a collateral. We'll take that. Okay, pull out the pistol. Running low on ammo.
Consider yourself cured.
Yeah. Consider yourself cured. Are there any undeads in the cemetery by any chance? Hello? Anyone in this church? By any chance? Okay, now we're chilling. Okay, we gotta burn this down. Let's burn the coffin down. Well, that was a mistake. Horse is getting scared back there. You need more ammo, game. 10 bullets ain't enough. I'm gonna burn this down real quick. No, 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 no. Aim assist, please. Woo. Oh my god, a bigger guy spawning in. Alright, I think that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time for the next video. See you guys there.